Well, on Tuesday, the Wall Street Journal published a story about how China had hacked into U.S. Computer systems and had accessed designs and technical schematics for more than 24 of the United States' top military hardware, including missile defense systems, fighter jet layouts, Black Hawk helicopter, even some new naval ships that the U.S. Navy has recently been producing. And this is important because what it is China is specifically targeting technologies and gaining understanding of technologies that America is intending to use as we see President Obama swing more of his focus towards Asia and the Pacific. We take, for example, the THAAD missile system that China hacked and got access to. Again, we don't know how much information China got access to, but the fact that they have this information, this is the missile defense system that the US has recently deployed in Guam to counter North Korean aggression. What this does is it compromises the US's ability to protect itself either from aggression from North Korea or other nations that China may decide to pass this technology onto. All the targets or all the information that they went after is specifically connected with the US military and its hardware that is currently or could potentially be deployed in the Pacific region. When you look at news sites, you see both sides of the story. You see either a very limited approach being taken in terms of the Pentagon spokesperson coming out and saying that this isn't a big deal, we don't need to worry about it. The findings were 2 years old, the report is dated, we don't need to worry about it. But then you have other sides of the coin where people are saying this is a big deal, this is compromising our ability to defend ourselves.
It tracks really nicely with Chinese military priorities. How do you beat US air defenses? How do you let China attack our carriers? How do you preserve China's ICBMs from US missile defense? How do you get advantage in the air and in the sea?
Really, the actual outcome we don't really know, but what we can speculate is that it's going to be the same approach that the United States has constantly taken with China, who's been hacking us for at least 5 years, probably more, is that we're just going to come back with words.
You know that cybersecurity is one of the administration's top priorities, and you have both the US and China as two of the world's largest cyber actors, and it's important that we continue a sustained, meaningful dialogue and work together. And as Secretary Kerry announced back in April, we've agreed to establish a cybersecurity working group with China in order to raise our concerns and have a constructive dialogue.
Well, ultimately, this is just continuing to undermine America and its ability to defend itself. At the same time, it's building up China. China doesn't have to waste money on research and development. They're taking American technologies, they can perfect it. So what this is doing is this is giving China a huge leap forward in terms of its military capabilities.
It really narrows the gap and it shades the odds in China's direction. We still are militarily superior, no doubt about that, but we're not as superior as we were before all this happened. So some serious risk as a result of these Chinese successes.